To talk about the supplies that you are going to need when you start this project. You are going to need both papers. So you'll have your one with just your squares, and then you will also have your paper that has the squares on one side and your gradation scales on the other. So you will need both of those. Remember, this is done on the 12 by 18 watercolor paper that was in your tube. Now, I do have a surface down to protect my tabletop. Acrylic paint typically is water soluble, but this is just something that I like to do to make sure that, you know, if something gets on here, my heart isn't going to be terribly broken. As you can see, this is my cutting mat, and it's well loved, so if something were to happen to this, I would not be mad. Please keep this in mind when you are thinking about your mom's table or your desk or your bed. The other thing that you are going to need is some palette paper. Now, this palette paper was, I believe, in your tube. It's 8.5 by 11, so like it's a printer size sheet of paper. And when you look at the palette paper, you will see that one side is flat and one side is shiny. We are going to be putting our stuff on the shiny side, our paint. You are also going to need water. Now, I keep these like plastic containers that you get from food. So this is something that you will need to have. The other thing that you are going to need to have is your brushes. So we have all of our brushes here. Your brush sizes may look a little bit different, but you will have a variety of flat brushes as well as a pointy brush, and then one of these rougher brushes. Okay, I'm gonna put one of these pieces of paper back down because I'm getting some weird color shifting. The other thing that I would recommend that you have is some paper towel. You can also use like an old rag, but paper towels, most people have, you know, cheap napkins too, like the kind that you get like if you get carry out or something, are also good for this purpose. Like I said, if you are eco-conscious, you can absolutely also use rags and then just throw them in the wash at the end. The other thing you're going to need, of course, is your paint. Now, I know that your paint containers are probably much smaller than mine. I have the big bad boys. So yours, I think, are about half the size of this. You will need whichever colors you are using for your assignment. I know that you were given a variety of colors. I have my primaries out here just because I think that that is going to be our best bet. And those are the supplies that you will need for each of these assignments.